We're gonna go. Hang on, let me just double check it. Let me just make sure we're live. All right. Well. Okay. So, hey guys, welcome to my regular 8 p.m. live stream. I apologize. I might be you guys might get annoyed at my but Siobhann is coming very loud and clear. Hello, Miss Siobhann. Thank you so much for coming on my channel today.
Hi, Dia, and thanks for inviting me, Dale. It's nice to be here. Hi, guys.
No, it's really good to have you. Just to let everyone know, so thank you for, I know it's silly, no, she's just a cat, but thanks everyone for really I think I still don't know if she's getting better. We'll see tomorrow how to take over. Okay, sure. Have a big story to tell. It's a tragic story, and it's the worst ever for a mother to deal. Did you just speak?
Well, basically, I guess where do you start? My daughter Ashlee converted to Islam, and as a result of that, I now visit a cemetery to see her. So, of course, that opened up my whole world to Islam. I had no idea about any of it. So to be thrown right in the middle of it and then to be told everything that we were told, Ashlee was murdered in November 2016. It was just absolutely horrendous. Her husband was not charged with murder. He was charged with negligent manslaughter. So I'm very disappointed in that. I was told because there was insufficient evidence to bring any more serious charges against him, such as murder. So, yeah, it's definitely not a normal situation in Australia. A lot of people have contacted me since I went public with Ashlee's story, and it's actually happening in Australia more than we realise. I think Australians take too much for granted. We've become too complacent in our lucky country, and it's fading fast, very fast.
And the way was vile.
Sorry?
The way she was vile.
Yes. Okay. So, look, what we know of that is, and I do study psycho on autopilot because if I put emotion into it, I can't say it. But what we do know is that Ashlee was stabbed over 100 times. She was bound and gagged. Her blonde hair, strawberry blonde hair, was all cut off.
Yeah.
She was fed. She was taped across the mouth. She was fed through the mouth with a syringe of water for 5 days. She was laid on the bathroom floor, I understand, for those 5 days until she passed away. It was only then, and only then when she passed away, that her husband decided to ring 000.
In front of the children?
Yep, they were free. I heard that in the court. They were free to wander in and out that bathroom the whole 5 days.
And you ever met them? Children?
No.
That must hurt a lot.
It does, but not as much as obviously what happened to Ashlee and the world that it opened my mind up to. That's just not here for Australia. I'm sorry. I get labelled lots of different things, but I don't hate people. I don't hate on people. I don't like the Islam ideology, full stop, from A to Z. There is nothing about it that I like. I don't think there's anything in there that the majority of Australians or Western civilisation would actually agree with. Okay, we're told to be, tolerant and welcome of all races and religions. I'm sorry, that is just one religion I will never accept. That is one religion I will never recognise as a religion. It's an ideology. I believe it's a political ideology cloaked in religion, but that's just my, opinion. Obviously, a lot of people say that, excuse me, I shouldn't, blame Islam for what happened to Ashlee. And well, I'm sorry, when you grow up in a set of ideals and that is their faith, and then you learn, like I did, in a harsh way of what is this all about, there's no other conclusion I can come to other than Islam does not belong in Australia, and I will not mince my words, and I won't apologise for that.
So sorry for the echo. Why did she leave?
Why did she leave home?
To marry him.
You're fading out a little bit. Look, she was a waywardly teenager. She had drug issues. She was vulnerable. And next thing I knew, it was her wish to marry Mohammed. She said she was 3 months pregnant to him. She said she'd studied the Quran. At that point, I knew nothing about Islam. And given that we are, a great country and we are, multicultural, I just, at that time, being ignorant and the limited information I had, I just assumed it'd be like being Catholic or, being Presbyterian or Anglican. I had no idea. So I thought that what I was giving my blessing for was for Ashlee to marry Mohammed. And this is how silly it sounds now, but every Sunday she would go to the mosque. I said to her, did she have to wear one of those things? I didn't know what it was called at the time. And she said, no, Mum, only when you go into a mosque, because it's disrespectful for a woman to show her face before God. So I just thought that I was giving Ashlee her blessing for a part of her life. I didn't realise that, once you go Islam, you don't go back. If I had have known what I know now, I probably would have said something to, look, I need to catch up with you, love, and I probably would have got her in the car and kidnapped her and driven off. And I mean that. But I had no idea whatsoever. So I gave her my blessing. And I thought I was doing the right thing as a parent and the right thing by Ashlee. She wasn't asking for too much. But, yeah, too little too late of information for me and obviously for Ashlee. So, my main thing now is I need to get that out there. We can't hide the truth, and it is the truth.
What would you say, though, that your experience is an extreme experience, others have experience?
You faded in and out, Dale, so I have to ask you to say that again.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What would you say to those
Mm-hmm.
who would make the comment that your particular experience was a negative, but others have a positive one?
My response to that would be, well, you tell me. You show me the positive. Because, the little that I've learned, it's all about submission and domination and no free will, no freedom of speech, nothing. So, but I'm a very open-minded person. If you want to show me some positive examples, because I can't get anything positive out of Islam, nothing. And of course there are other people out there that say, oh, she's just an angry mum, and of course I'm angry, but it is what it is. It's the truth, and I'm not going to hide away from it. And I don't want to put my head in the sand and go, oh, well, let other people do with it. I don't want to see Australia become, an Islamic country, if you will.
Mm. Do you believe in killing?
Yeah, I do. How can you not? When you read things, when you read about honour killings, what's an honour killing? Let's forget reasons for honour killings for a second. Let's look at the honour killing. What are the physical aspects? Pretty nearly much everything that my daughter went through. A blind man could see. Yeah, that ticks a lot of boxes. So that's where I get that from.
Mm. I spoke to
sorry, you spoke to who?
A Muslim woman.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I told you. And she stated that whilst my husband was vile and evil, she didn't met the for an honour killing.
Okay. My reaction to that would be A, well, what's the criteria? B, the Quran says it all in there. So if we keep going back to the Quran, that's the cold hard facts. And I'm sure there's lots of lovely Muslim people out there. Like I said, I don't hate on Muslims. I don't hate on people. I hate the ideology of Islam. So I'm sorry. And then when all I can put it to is what happened to Ashlee, and then hang on a minute, this is what happens to women when they dishonour their family. There's too many coincidences there and likenesses there for me to say, no, I can't say that it's not, because it's hand in hand. I can't see it any other way, and I won't see another way. Could someone explain to me, well, this is the difference? Then tell me the difference. Why was all her hair cut off? Why was she bound and gagged? These are, to me, hallmark trades of an honour killing.
What would have been because she's white?
What would have been the reason?
Yeah.
I can't comment on that, and I won't comment on that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
have you ever heard from the family?
Have I ever heard from the family? No.
Oh. Do you want to?
No. Why would I want to? If these are the facts that I'm learning, in all honesty, why would I want to? Why would I want to? It's
because the murderer, his sister, is raising your grandchildren.
Yep, I'm aware of that.
So perhaps that's why you might hear from them.
And what do I do with all the information that I've learnt in regards to Islam and the Quran and what you must do if you're a Muslim? What do I do with that information? We can't segregate this and put this in the boxes just to suit me and the grandkids or, So, again, I'm not saying they're bad people. I don't hate on people or Muslims, but the whole subject and theme that the family lives by is something that I'm horrified about, absolutely disgusted, and I hope to never, ever have to, be in a country where we have to walk around covered and, we're second-class citizens to the male.
Yeah.
So, I can't, there's no grey area there for me, I'm sorry. It is what it is, and I can't expect to go out and do what I do because I want people to be educated. I want people to know. I want people to have a choice. So if they, God forbid, get a phone call like I did, they've got their information. And if they make a fully informed decision, whether it's, pro-Islam or not, I need to know that that parent or grandparent or daughter, sister, has that information and has that knowledge, because I don't believe Ashlee knew exactly what she was entering into. I think if she did, I don't believe she would have. Yeah.
And how many other children do you have?
Sorry, myself. Ashlee's siblings. Yeah. She has 3 siblings.
Okay. And how have they dealt with that?
Yeah, look, they've been a hell and back, and every day they still continue to, try to rise above it, and because we won't give him any more victims, but it's been absolutely hard for them. Their credits to themselves, how they've, I know how hard it's been for me to deal with it as an adult, so I can only imagine, and what I've seen my kids go through, it's heart-wrenching, but as I've said to them, guys, it is what it is. This has happened, and, we need to get through it and honour Ashlee and remember Ashlee as best as we can. Get the information out there, get the knowledge out there so that we know.
Yeah.
We know information.
Do you wish this story?
Sorry, Dom.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Do you wish this story had everyone in the chat, I know I'm echoing, I can't fix it. I already tried. So you guys can either watch or not. I'm sorry, I can't fix it. Do you wish the story had been everywhere in Australia so that people would have been aware? The mainstream media didn't, I feel, report more.
Yeah, look, I tried to get Ashlee's story as much as I can. We had an article going, Take 5 magazine, which is sold in Australia. Also, Take a Break magazine, which is sold in the UK. We did have a current affair interview. So, look, yeah, you're right. Look, it all seems to get put under the carpet. Like if it wasn't for people like yourself right now, I wouldn't be even, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, look, it is, but I think it's because of the subject of it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think, mainstream media, for whatever reason, doesn't want to touch it. You know, why I see it as they see it as, okay, a murder happened or a death happened, shall we say, if we want to get technical. And I felt that was sort of the way with the trial as well because, sorry, there was no trial with the court case. It was just like it was all, I felt like the powers that be needed to have it wrapped up and off, bang, okay, next case. It's like forgotten about. So, yeah, and it's very frustrating because I would like to, you know, get a story out, and I see a lot of things wrong with our country. You know, it's just with how I've entered into the movement, if you will. You know, it's through Ashlee, and that's what I tell people. I didn't get up one day bored and decide I want to cause a bit of trouble. You know, I'm really pissed off. I miss my daughter. I miss my daughter every second of every day. You know, but what can I do? I can sit down and collapse the rest of my life. I can't do that to her siblings. I've got to get her siblings through it. But I also need to honour my daughter, Ashlee, you know, and the little that I can do, if I can save one person, and I will say save, from converting themselves to Islam and having a life of what they wouldn't have wanted to sign up for, then for me, Ashlee's death would not have been for nothing. You know, to know what I know and to sit back and keep my mouth shut is wrong. It goes against everything I was raised to believe in. I'm also a daughter of a Vietnam veteran, so I'm from a military family. And, you know, you see something that's wrong, and it's wrong. And I won't shut up about it.
Have you received any backlash from anywhere?
Look, to be honest with you, if Facebook tries to shut me down a bit, they, you know, play funny buggers with my pages and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, you know, no, I've been pretty lucky, I guess, in a lot of ways.
So no leftists, nothing.
No, not to me directly. You know, I might get the odd comment here and there, but, you know, I've been called a racist. It used to make me laugh. Now it makes me angry because it's like, and I'll say it again, I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times, Islam is not a country, people. Muslim is not a nationality. So let's take this racist right out of it because that is so not true. I love black, pink, orange, white, you name it. You know.
Lindsay Lohan is a Muslim.
Sorry?
Lindsay Lohan is a Muslim.
Well, I mean, there you go. Never say anymore. Yeah. That's sad to me. You know, like that's what I think, you know, are they aware of, you know, these girls, for example, you know, like Lindsay Lohan, are they aware? Do they really know, like, what they're signing up for? I can't imagine any female, you know, even my daughter, that's why I think, what is there, 2 Qurans? Is there a Quran for the converters and a Quran for the ones that are born into it? Because, as I said before, I really have a hard time believing that Ashlee would have known all that and still chose to take that on. That wasn't, my daughter had a lovely wild spirit. So, yeah. Just...
Do you think your daughter was able to abide by Islam standards? Or was she too serious?
Look, in all honesty, I would have to say, look, I guess I don't really know, but obviously something went wrong somewhere, didn't it?
That could have
just
been.
I don't want to put it.
Husband.
Sorry?
That could have been just a dickhead husband, not her.
You keep fading in and out again, doll. Sorry, love.
No, it's not your fault. I don't get why I always have a shitty interview running. It wasn't important. Keep going. Did you hear me?
No.
Siobhann, do you have headphones?
Not right in front of me, no.
Oh, apparently that might be the problem.
Oh, okay.
Because I've done alt before and it didn't do anything.
Okay, just excuse me for one moment then, please.
I'm sad. I know, Vivian. Everyone is telling me.
Sorry about that. Okay, now I'll try again. Can you talk for me?
Can you hear me?
Perfect. That's, yeah, okay, I can hear you a bit better. Just I'll get you to just stay for 2 seconds, just in case I need. You're saying headphones maybe might help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the side.
Are they already plugged in?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I've got the big fellas coming on now.
I'll put the mic down.
Yep.
Put them on.
Yep.
Put the mic down.
Okay.
All the way down.
Yeah. How about that?
I'm still echoing.
Yep. Okay. So I'm glad that doesn't make a difference because I didn't want to wear them anyway.
Could you hear us through your head?
So I can hear you a lot better now though, Joel.
You can hear me?
Yeah. You okay?
Sorry. Frustrated.
I don't mean to seem heartless. Sometimes I need to go on autopilot when I talk about this. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to get any of it out.
No, you're okay. I'm just sad about it. Sorry.
It's been a big day.
It has. Sorry. I'm embarrassed.
Don't be silly.
Do you have faith in something? This made you hate
Do I have faith?
in something?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
You do.
Yeah, I do.
Different. You told me the other day.
No, my faith is in the universe, love. That's where I put my faith, in nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a negative Christianity and faith?
No.
No, just this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how can you put them in the same category. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that it should be up there beside Christianity and Catholicism, and that's just my opinion. You know, I don't see it as a religion. Not any religion that I've ever been taught to, to learn about or know about. So yeah, myself personally, no, I would not put that anywhere near any other religion.
Well, because the left would say that Christianity is bad. And that it's killing homosexuals isn't actually true.
But do we see Christians slowly, spewing themselves into the rest of the world and telling everybody that? So that's the difference. That's where I see it forks off. I don't believe it's the same thing.
No, it isn't. Yet somehow contrasted as the same religion.
No, I wouldn't agree. I don't believe it's. I can't see it as similar even.
As a mother of now three, this is
no, honey. I will always be a mother of four. Always.
I'm sorry,
that's okay. No, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as a mother of four, do you have an opinion on abortion? I don't really get to this.
Look, my opinion on abortion, as you say, it's got no place here. But look, I think an early termination, if it was warranted medically or, for a valid reason, I'm not against that. I am against, the new things we've been talking about lately, like bringing the termination right up to a full-term pregnancy and things like that. I think that's absolutely horrific. Yeah. But I'm not here to talk about that tonight, so we won't go any further into that one.
Fair enough. Have you had backlash from Islamic corporations?
Well, actually, I'm a little bit disappointed. There's been no communication at all.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
that's
no.
Right.
I would, I'd like to sit down actually with them and have a little bit of a chat, but yeah, none of them have reached out to me.
And what's happening with Ashlees Law? What's the progress on all?
The progress on Ashlees Law is getting Ashlees Law out there. Ashlees Law obviously hasn't been created yet. I feel we're still in the motions of it now. But I do feel that hopefully one day it would tie into something to do with Islam. But at the moment, I can't tell you any more about that yet. It's a progress in works in progress, sorry. And but as long as it had, if I could get Ashlees Law to be something eventually where it can protect girls, or whether it could be a situation where, okay, we know that as Ashlees Law, I have no idea right now, but I do know that I will keep pushing with Ashlees Law. It has to mean something for Ashlee, and and a beacon, if you will, for other girls in the future, and ladies, of course. Even for males, like dads, brothers, uncles, like we all need to be educated, especially us. Like I say, I don't want to keep classifying people and putting everybody into categories, but, typical Australia, like we grew up with the beaches, the sands, Christmas, each to their own, everybody on Sunday, depending on whether you're a Catholic or if you're an Anglican or if you were a Jehovah's Witness, you went to church, you did your thing, and, through the week, Dad went to work, and, and life was happy and good, and I felt our government would protect us from this type of thing, that we wouldn't need to go and do our own research, and sadly I'm now living proof that no, you need to do your own homework. You need to find out these things. And I urge everybody that's watching this, I don't want to change anybody's minds, but I want people to read the Quran. I want people to know about Islam. We need to know. I can't help Ashlee now, but I can help others, and that's what I need to do. I need to do that for myself, for my grieving. I've put myself out there a couple of times. I've run for politics. I felt very passionate, obviously, after this happened, and then realising, oh, my God, we really do have a problem here. So, any way that I can break into and make a difference, I think is worth it for me personally as Ashlee's mother.
Yes. I'm going slowly, but too many questions. So you can speak because of the audio. But what was your experience like with the ALA?
What was my experience like? Really good. ALA have a lot of really great ideas and a lot of good policies. So it was good. They reached out to myself. They helped me with the court case when he was sentenced. It was really, really good.
And do you feel like they get the story out there?
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Have you heard from other vets in Australia?
Have I heard from
other family?
Yes, I have. Yes. Yep. I've had a couple of ladies get in touch with me that have female family members that have been found deceased with similar injuries to Ashlee. And the sad part about that is as well, they're too scared to do what I've done and come forward and speak about it. Each to their own. But, if we keep putting all these things under the cover and no one really knows about it, then how do we start to say, well, we've got an issue and we need to sort of deal with it so everybody is happy?
Is it more common than we realise?
Is it more common than we realise? Most definitely so. And it pains me to say that, but that's what it is.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
I want to be able to ask questions normally. I have to talk really quick. Sorry. So no Muslims has communicated with you. Did you hear me?
I did.
Oh.
Not one.
That's weird.
Well, I think that's weird. What I also think is every time we have I've noticed is when they have their little rallies in, say, Melbourne, for example, and it's a pro-Islam day for everybody to come down, get to know Islam, talk about, meet Muslims. You maybe get 10 Muslims turn up, and that's it. You have, if you look around the world, we'll go to London, Sydney, other places where there's a rally going where they are forcefully putting themselves into that country, and they are there by the hundreds to thousands. So what does that tell me? Where's all the Muslims that stand up and tell me that, no, that's not right, we don't do that, we don't follow that part of the Quran, or we would never do that, or our women can walk around uncovered? Why? Where are they? Where are they? And a moderate Muslim, I don't believe a moderate Muslim exists.
Emma Eros.
What's that?
That's a woman.
Okay.
Moderate.
Okay. Let's talk about moderates.
One nation.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Moderate Muslims do not exist. I'll say that again. But that's just in my opinion. That's my belief. I don't believe a moderate Muslim exists. Let's define a moderate Muslim. Now, what is a moderate Muslim?
Secular.
Can we elaborate on that?
Values left.
Okay, but what about the Quran? What about they're following their beliefs and their teachings?
Maybe. What about Iran? During the 1970s, that was a secular Islamic society.
No, I don't believe a moderate Muslim exists.
Okay.
You either are or you're not. If you look, Imam Chowdhury in London said it himself.
He's my friend.
Well, there you go. One thing I respect about that man, and the only thing I respect about that man, is he tells it how it is. I'll give him that. He does. And he said, there is no such thing as a moderate Muslim. You either submit to Allah or you don't. And that came out of his mouth himself. And I remember looking at the screen and thinking to myself, I have to respect the fact you are telling it how it is. He was actually on a talk show. I can't remember what the show was now, but there was a moderate Muslim lady in the studio, and she went to have her say about, her beliefs. And Imam Chowdhury cut her off, and he said to the host, he said, that lady that you have in your studio right now is claiming to be a moderate Muslim. No, is claiming to be a Muslim. And he said, that's not right. Where's her hijab? Where's her burqa? She's not wearing one. He said, that doesn't exist. You either are or you aren't. And, yeah, I thought, okay, now that I can work with, because I respect the fact it was said how it is. So, yeah, I don't believe there is a moderate Muslim.
Does anyone chat have any question? Kind question. I'll just no one's asking any questions. I want to kind of stop annoying people with my voice not matching my lip. None of the questions. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go.
Well, that's a very good question, isn't it? Why is that? Well, look, I think, I can't answer. I'm not an expert in anything, obviously. I was put into this in horrific circumstances, but for my little bit, I would have to say Islam seems to get a free passage. They seem to be able to roll out and say, okay, this is what we do, this is what we need, this is what we are, and Christianity seems to get pushed aside. I think at the moment we are seeing it's all for accommodating to Islam. That would be my take on it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Sad to say, but that's how I sort of perceive it. Yeah, look, as I said, before, my faith is in the universe and nature and Mother Nature and everything. So, look, I do feel every now and then that Ashlee's with me. And as for signs, that's up to the individual. But, yeah, I do get my little signs every now and then. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
Find. I don't know if that's a genuine.
Where's everyone? Ideas to self a subversion. How do you answer that? You know,
I don't know.
What is the idea?
This is a
let's talk New World Order, shall we?
What?
What about New World Order? Have you ever heard of that?
The New World Order?
Of
course I have.
Okay,
That's not the
No, sorry, I didn't even read this one. Sorry. You can do agree with the truth that time is. No, I don't believe time does heal. That's an old cliche, and it's it's an important one because sometimes when you're that ready to just have a breakdown, you can't deal with what's happened. In fact, I'll never see my daughter again and what she went through and suffered. But you know, it doesn't get better with time. I think you learn how to live with it. I think would be better.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. It's not just courage, but I guess it does take a little bit of nerves. It's just my raw grief, you know. And I could stand out and go and swear my head off and tell everybody, oh, this is, you know. But so I channel it, and I try to channel it in a good way. And yeah, I guess what happened to my daughter and knowing what she went through, the fear for me, it's gone. You know, it is what it is, and you know, I need to talk about it, and I need to get that out there as much as I can. You know, what Ashlee went through. Nobody should ever have to go through that.
No,
you know, like, could you imagine being Ashlee for 5 days? That's not even thinking of the actual attack. You know, yeah, so if I can do anything that I can to stop one, you know, young lady from making the same mistake, or, you know, somebody else that fits into that family that may lead them towards Islam, I just want to know that that person knows exactly, you know, what they're joining, and, you know, what's actually required, I guess would be a good word, you know, what's required of them. Yeah.
I was at the March for the Babies rally, and the left shouting thing, like you could have been aborted. I would never wish any evil on them the way they on us. And even hearing you that you would never wish what happened happen on anyone shows me that there is a level of humanity that others lack.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've been told that I'm cold and, you know, cold-hearted and everything, but I don't believe so. You know, I don't think so. I am cold when it comes to no, my daughter was not given an Islamic burial. I thought that I'd show good faith to that religion once, and look where it got me. So no, Ashlee was buried Irish tradition, and no, none of his family were at the funeral.
If I talk with my hand on my that might help. Would you have been if your daughter had ended up with a black guy, an Asian guy, a Latino?
She'd probably be still be alive.
Yeah.
but then again, when we get back to Islam, it's not a nation or a nationality, is it? So, but no, as I said before, I'm not a white supremacist person. You know, all different colours. So no, that didn't even come into play. And I think that with that phone call, when I gave him my blessing, if that didn't show that I was open to, you know, everything, even though I didn't know a lot about hardly anything about Islam, you know, I think it still showed at the time that I was willing to, you know, because we accept everybody. You know, we're taught to accept everybody. We're taught to accept all cultures into, you know, our country. Yeah, look, that's you might think that's harsh. I've got broad shoulders, and I'll cop that. Had I know what I know now, I would never have done that either. But I didn't know, and it's not a cop out. It is what it is, and I had no idea. So, yeah, that's not harsh. That you're just being honest. I respect that. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I don't. Well, actually, no. We shouldn't restrict it. We should not have it at all. I won't make any bones about it.
Fair enough.
We shouldn't have it at all. You know, if you want to come to Australia, we'll come to Australia. And if you want to bring your religion with you, or, you know, your certain way of life where you've come from, hey, that's great. But if that means being despicable to women and kids, nah, you just, yeah, leave it out of Australia. What was that question?
It was a joke about, so I took it off.
Oh, okay, yep, sorry, I didn't get to say that.
What is some sort of med? I don't know what that means. Hang on. I wish I could talk about some last question. Yeah.
Everything she's saying is made up. Get a life.
I don't even know who. I haven't even read that yet.
Ask her, does she think opened our borders and allowed this? Well, we know who did that.
He suggested.
Sorry?
He's actually suggesting that that's why he's asked you to acknowledge whether you.
You keep fading in that last bit, down.
Jews.
Right. What's that have to do with anything in Australia?
This guy, in particular, has blaming the Jews for everything.
He blames the Jews for everything,
including immigration.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, I'm not Jewish, and I don't have you know, much knowledge on Jewish people, so I won't comment on that because I wouldn't know what I was talking about.
How would you answer that without the Jewish part?
Well, I can't because I don't know. As I said, I'm not Jewish. I don't really, so I don't know. And I don't want to try and say something that I don't know. So I'm just honest enough to admit I have no idea. I'm not Jewish.
I would say it's our government.
That would be my thought.
Okay. Let's go down. I was using by the way, Smith. Back in.
Well, this particular fellow, I've read two of his comments now. It's like, yeah, okay. Hope you're having a good evening.
Let me get rid of it.
I don't take offence. You know, as I've said, and I've made a main point about it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know, just because I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I wish I remember my audio. Here we go.
Yep. 100. Yep, Vivian. Thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot, and I have to agree with you. I also think it would be a horrible cult that people, and we are ignorant about it. So hopefully we can change that, Vivian, little by little. That's what I'd like to do. You know, but yeah, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But the nasty ones, I just have a little bit of a laugh at because, you know, with what I'm trying to do, you've got to rise above that. If you're going to get cranky, you know, and offended by every negative thing that's said to you, you really can't. Then you shouldn't be probably doing what I'm doing. So that doesn't bother me. You know, knock yourself out, Pete Smith, you know. Yeah, knock yourself out, buddy. So, he's probably bored. But never mind, that's okay. It's nice to have input. You know, and even with the negative comments, it shows me that I'm even, you know, we're getting the message out to all, you know, and that's what I want to do. So, yeah, I don't categorise.
Vivian's great. A follower Neil's and Blair, well, maybe not a lot of people. Here's an interesting question.
What are my thoughts on Harvey Emily? Harvey is a, you know, he's his own person. I admire his confidence. I admire, you know, he'll get out there and, you know, if he sees something's not right, he will put himself out there and give his honest opinion, whether he, you know, even when he knows he's going to get lots and lots of negative back flag, to get up and do what he does each day and the confidence and the happy persona that he keeps. Yeah, cheers, Pete. You keep telling yourself that, buddy. Yeah, so Harvey's a credit to himself. So, yeah, I think it's a shame we don't have more Harveys.
He fights for white South African farmers.
He fights for a lot, you know. Yeah.
I give credit where credit is due, even though for crediting him.
Yeah, look, you have to. You've got to, you know, give credit, and it's not easy to stand up and do, you know.
It's not.
No, you can sit back on a computer like Pete Smith and just hammer out, you know, little things every now and then. But when you're actually doing it and living it, it does take a lot, and you know, it takes a lot of confidence. And he must get stressed out a lot too. You know, he's only human. You know, and he does cop a lot of you know, negative things. I haven't gone as far as to work all that out, to be honest with you, but I do start to feel that there's some type of connection there between the New World Order and Islam. There you go, I said it. So, yeah, I wouldn't write that off. I definitely wouldn't write that off. It's just mind-boggling, you know. Where does it start? Where does it finish?
Yeah.
You know, and how do we get like Christmas, for example, you know, that's not a dumb thing under Islam. You know, when we look at the different things that Islam does, Islam stands for, we take a lot of it's us, it's stripping us, it's taking away who we are, our traditions, you know, us as Australians, Western civilization. It's no secret, Islam does not like Western civilization. Islam looks down on a lot of things that, you know, Western civilization does. So when we look at that and then we put ourselves in our day-to-day, you know, lives in Australia, why can't we stand up and say, no, that's not right. That's not what we do, and we're not going to have it. But for some reason, the police will come along and plot to you to move away, and they won't tell you why, and they can't give you a direct answer. Again, this is fact. Other than you appear you maybe get about to cause a disturbance, so we need to move you on. When did that happen in Australia? You know, like, yeah, so the mind does boggle. So who knows? Honestly, who knows? It's a worry. But I don't go for being called a white supremacist. You know, I'm not a white supremacist.
I know.
Yeah.
Does it
Does it what?
Scare you?
Yep.
That Islam is dominating rules. Even Brunswick has a time frame. Like just swim with everyone.
Look, I don't like to use the word scared. I think enough fear was put into my daughter. But it's definitely a very, very, very big concern, because to me they're the cracks of becoming, you know, an Islamic state as far as I'm concerned. You know, Centrelink, for example, you know, you can't get an Aussie guy going there. And when I say Aussie, I mean white, any man in Australia. But he can only get Centrelink for himself and his wife. Whereas if you're a Muslim and you go into Centrelink and you have 4 or 5 wives, that's all accommodated for. Why is that? You tell me that. Why is that? You know, so there's one example off the top of my head for it. So it's a big concern. You know, the other thing that you know, will it be stopped? You know, will there be some corner in Australia saved one day, whereas if you're a female and you don't want to wear a burqa, you've got to go to this place? Does that happen? I think no. I think if a Western civilization and us as Australians in Australia, I'm not going to talk about any other country because I don't live in any other country. You know, we need to stand together. We need to have more quiet protests, if you will. I'm not a big big fan of, you know, going out and stopping the streets and, you know, stopping traffic. But I do feel that we need to come together, the people. We need to come together as people, you know, for a quiet gathering, if you will, to show, you know, in numbers that we've had enough. We're not going to, you know, take this. We're not going to just sit back and let the rest of our Australian values just get trampled on and forgotten because, no, we don't do that anymore. We do this now. No, that's not right. There's so many people that I've met since what happened to Ashlee happened, and, you know, there is a movement and there are people out there, but we just need to get, you know, more and more people. 2 things that I will give Islam that I'm not happy about, because 1 is they're consistent and 2, they stick together.
That's true.
Can we say that? You know, but for us as Western civilization and Australians, can we say that? No, we don't stick together like they do. You know, and we're not consistent. And so if us as Western Australians want to, I don't think we'll ever stop it. But if at least want to have some type of life as we know it, unless we do that, our power is with people. You know, like I'd like to see, say, for example, in the city of Melbourne, 10,000 of us, you know, not doing anything to break the law, but just quietly standing together as one body to say, what about us? You know, why can't we have a say in this? And why do we have to have this shoved on us? Like I seen a clip, it was a couple of Muslim men just near Lake Ember, and they did a video. It's been around for a while. And up the street there was people like us, I guess, that were singing and dancing and having it, you know, and they were saying, look at them up there. They are insulting us. They're insulting Allah. It's like, this is Sydney, Australia. So it's very concerning. Yeah, very, very concerning.
I agree. Do you see the question?
I do. Okay. Hi. I recognise that face. Okay, there was no trial. So he pleaded, I understand there was, he pleaded guilty to negligent manslaughter. He received 11 years with 8, which means he only has to serve the 8. Having said that, as we speak, I am waiting on an appeal date. He is appealing his sentence.
Okay.
He feels that his sentence is too excessive for the charge. Now, I have to say, off the cuff, as far as law goes, 11 with an 8 for negligent manslaughter, off the cuff, it is excessive. So I've also been warned to prepare myself that he may have it reduced because of that reason. So I don't have the date yet, but when I do, I won't let that day go quietly either. Yeah.
Do you believe after what happened with your daughter that we should enter capital punishment?
Look, that's a hard one. You know, off the cuff, I'd like to say yes. But, you know, what about that certain percentage where sometimes we do get it wrong? You know, and that's happened in history. We've seen that. That's happened, you know, back in the day of hangings and whatnot. So I think if it's a clear-cut case of yes, there's no ifs or buts, then, yeah, bring back capital punishment.
Yes. Senator Slater, as a Christian, I love all people, but Brenton is evil. So that's a hard question.
Senator Slayer.
Do you know who that is?
I do. Hi, Senator. Nice to see your face again.
Who obviously. It's funny.
Oh, look, we need people like that.
Yeah, I know. He makes me laugh.
Yes.
He denounced me today. Just everyone in the chat, don't use OBS. I'm using an online program called StreamYard. I cannot change the echo. So if you don't like it, watch. Okay, let's go down. Don't forget Adam. You added Adam. Isn't this the same thing? You just answered this.
Well, yeah, similar. Okay. Look, the sentence was so lean, I believe, because there was no trial. And I felt like the powers that be just wanted to quickly wrap this up and get it out the way and then move on, and all's done and forgotten about. To put it in a nutshell, DPPs there was not enough sufficient evidence to get a successful conviction of murder.
Protocols. Have you read that?
Protocols. What's
I
that?
don't know. A book? I don't
Actually, the protocols. Oh, okay. No, I haven't. Maybe that might be one that I probably should read. So yeah, no, I haven't heard of that one before.
Yeah. Look who just woke up. I have to take her back. Oh, she's frozen.
There we go.
Are you? Yeah. This is the cat.
Oh, lovely.
I have to take her to the bed again tomorrow. They're gonna have to put her on a drip. That's why I've been
really?
Yeah, they have a drip.
Oh well, at least they can do something. It's good. That's good news. They're doing something for her.
Yeah.
For him or her?
Cost a lot of money. Sorry, everyone. I didn't get moody today. Okay. Let's see. Do you think it's normal for me to be my pet? Yes.
Judging by your profile picture, I'd say yes. Sorry. So yeah, get those depends and all will be well. Sorry, sometimes if you have to laugh, because if you laugh, you're not crying. So yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit of black humor, but
yeah.
Look, all I'll say is it was probably better that not a single relative went to the funeral, and we'll just leave it at that, shall we? At the end of the day, not happy, Jan. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, let's go down.
Okay, the protocols of the blueprint of the New World Order. I am familiar with blueprint.
Oh, you are?
I am, but not the protocols, though. Okay. I do remember reading something a few years ago to do with New World Order and the blueprint as to, I think it would be certain members of the population segregated into categories, and I can't go too much into that now because I probably will get it all wrong, so I don't want to do that. But yes, I am aware. That's probably something that I do want to look into a little bit more.
Yes, shout out and line a lot. Okay, let's go down. We're almost done. All right. This is a stupid question. You want to answer it?
Is Blair the God Emperor? Well, I guess in this, maybe can we elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. I take a bit of that for myself. I'll just leave that there.
Love you. That's nice.
Keep up the good work, Senator. I'll say that.
It's not a real senator.
I look, I'm being polite. Look, we all know what we know, and we'll leave it at that.
He's
Thank you. Well, he might like that I'm just calling him Senator. It might make you feel a bit better, I hope it does, by the way, Senator. But yeah, look, wow, this is well, okay. Off the cuff, I would like to say to that, why don't we stick together? Because we're not racist.
Am I a white person in your opinion? There's so much division about that. Some people are saying that I am. Some people are saying that I'm not.
Are you a white person? See, I don't categorise people like that, so I've never even thought about
You're
that.
a nice person.
I think a lot more of Australians need to stick together, not less. Hi, Mark, how are you, love? Not necessarily just the white ones, because I'm not down with that. I'm not racist, and I don't choose colours. Colours are beautiful. Without all the different colours, we wouldn't have a rainbow, if we want to look at it like that, I guess. So that is a nice, way to look at it, isn't it? But no, I'm not racist. Never have been, never will be. But when I come across a group of people that pass themselves off, and when I say group, that's a very, very big group, isn't it? It's quite intimidating. I'm not down with that. Is there anything we can do to help?
Donating or something?
Just get the word out there, please. Do your research, please. If you can, read the Quran. Have a look at the current political state, even in Australia at the moment, with a few issues. And if anything, just start that conversation with somebody. What are your thoughts on Islam? Go straight to it. Don't pander around. We haven't got time.
But that might get fired.
Well, in the big scheme of things, how long do you want your job? Because if Islam comes into play, that's not really going to matter, is it?
And the world will be gone in 10 years.
Well, we go by our time is our clock. Their time is a calendar, and we mustn't forget that. Yes, I do. Yeah, 110%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's no coming back from that type of thing, I don't think. I'd agree with that. They should be they should be hung if they've they've done the wrong thing and it's proven without a doubt, then yes. Why put them in jail? Why pay for them to be there? And I'll also say, while they're in there and we're paying for them to be in there, how many are they converting while they're in there?
Yeah.
Because my information tells me that the converting in prison at the moment is
high.
It's the fastest. Islam is the fastest and highest religion that they're converting to in jails at the moment. So, just either bring the death penalty in for the ones that are clearly, all for Allah and terrorism and are out to really do us bad harm and hurt the population, then, either send them back to the country or, as Senator here's saying, hang them. Do whatever needs to be done. Why waste any more time and effort on them?
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound nasty, but we're talking about people who want to kill us. We're talking about people who, don't respect our way of life, don't respect anything, just spit in our faces. They tell us this on every chance they get. Why are we showing them the same courtesy, or we're supposed to show them the same courtesy because of our laws and our rules? And, and if you try to stand up against that, as certain people have in public, you're harassed for it. You're put down. You either face court, as a few people, and still, have court cases to face, or for standing up for what they believe in. So it all comes back down to our freedom of speech. We can't even be free to, discuss things anymore. You can't walk in certain parts of Sydney or Melbourne with your own Australian flag because you are offending someone in your own country. I don't get that. How can that be labelled racist or troublemaking or, what happened to the old saying of when in Rome, do as the Romans do? So
I have an addendum to what you and the Senator are saying.
You have a what, sorry?
an edit.
Okay.
And it's basically, do they deserve redemption, salvation, rehabilitation?
Okay, clarify who's they.
Muslims who are murdering.
Okay, are we talking about terrorists? Or are we talking about just
Terrorists, honor killers? Not like Imam Tawhid, nice Muslims.
No redemption, no remorse, no second chances.
Okay.
No. Because I see that as if, you give that, for starters, we're talking about someone that's crossed a line. They know what line they're crossing. They know what it entails. So why should we? And if we took that, that we're good people, love you too. If we took that, sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. You've totally thrown me, thank you very much. And I can see you laughing right now, by the way.
I reckon he's loving.
No, there's no coming back to that, because if we do, we're good people and we want to, love, that one person that we allow back for redemption, as you say, remorse, reprogramming, whatever. How do we know that that's what they're really doing? Or how do we know that's not just them keeping their foot in their foothold to keep mucking things up for us Westerners?
True.
So we can't trust that. I wouldn't trust that. So I would say no. That is a choice you do not come back from. Like the brides in Syria. Sorry, that's a choice you don't come back from. Stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to start thinking about preservation for our country, for us. Come and join it by all means. But don't come over here and set up camp that says we don't like you. It's in our, our Quran to hate you, to have nothing to do with you. That's okay, fine. But you take your Quran and your beliefs and you keep that over in the Middle East. Don't bring it here. Don't shove it down our throats. But it seems to me the government. Do you tell me why? Why does the government allow this? Why are we having people that have to stand up and pretty much get themselves in court just to try to get the word out there to ask these questions of why? Why is this being allowed? Why can't I do this in my country now? And no one seems to give me, to be able to give me any answers.
Do you know Rosie Batty?
No, I don't think I do. The name sounds familiar.
Neither do I. All right. Let's keep going down.
We'll have to do this again one night, dear. I must admit I have enjoyed myself.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions. Maybe next time we'll check the audio a day early rather than
just answer? Yeah, no, that's wonderful. Can I just answer this question? Can you highlight that for me?
Which one? Tell me, and I'll do it.
Tipping point. 9/11 PM.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
110%. I most definitely do. They're good at that. They're good at playing the victim card. It's also in their Quran, to lie and do whatever they need to do to satisfy Allah if they're helping establish an Islamic area. So, yes, they will, chameleon, used car salesman. Yeah. They'll do whatever they need to do. And, yes, I do think, and I think that's what happened in Ashlee's case, even though there was no trial. It was still a very big victim card. Okay. Vivian, he was never charged with premeditated murder. The only charge that he faced was negligent manslaughter. Yeah, which I'm, upset about that. It should have been murder, but it wasn't.
Look at that. What an idiot.
Okay.
Because they all know. I put up a status about my cat. Yeah. Because I was crying all day.
SD. Siobhann starts the easy to read stuff. Jewish Josh's poison mushroom. Okay, well, that's obviously a metaphor.
Okay. I think that's it for the question. Sorry.
We have only 10 years left to live because of the climate crisis, and all you people can talk about it yourselves. How dare you? How dare we?
I didn't know who I was.
Oh, darling. I'm just going to tell you, you do your thing, honey, and I'll do mine. Oh, okay. I'm not going to give you any airtime, little missy. No. Big smiles for you, darling.
All right. I think we'll wrap up just because the audio's on my side so bad. But thank you so much for coming on for the circumstance. But it was great meeting you. Okay?
Yes, it was. It was a good day. Yeah,
your daughter's little.
Yes, she is. Yeah, I go forward for her and show her that, that's not how life always is. We don't have to accept it, but yeah. But look, thank you for bringing me on. It's been great. Any chance I get, that I can talk about things like this, I will definitely jump at it. So anytime in the future, please. I've actually enjoyed myself. How dare you? So yeah, no, look, it's been good. It's as I said, it's some people might think I'm a little bit hard that I can talk about it and not get emotional. But again, when you've got an important message to get out and you're all tearing up and crying, you're wasting your time. So I do tend to go on autopilot a little bit, but I still have my moments, But anyway.
It's our favourite, Kayleen. We love Kayleen. I love her.
Hello, my darling. I have actually. There was a just quickly. There was a
This will be our last question.
A mosque meeting that was held in Shepherd, and it was a fundraiser, I believe, for the Bendigo Mosque. And so I thought I'd go in for myself and see it. So we went in and we paid our money, and we were told that sisters to the right and brothers to the left, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible. Cold. There was no little girls running around. There was lots of little boys running around the tables, in between the tables, as kids do when they're playing, but no little girls. And then I realised the little girls were actually sitting at the table, so they weren't little girls, they were probably actually little women. I sat there for about an hour and a half, and then had to leave. I had probably 14 police officers behind me and stayed with me the whole time that I actually went in. I think they probably thought, what are you doing? But again, if you're going to go out and talk about these things, you need to learn it. And I don't want to always, but I was told. No, I went, I saw, I felt. So yes. Yes, definitely. And it was terrible. They didn't want me there. They didn't tell me that, but you could just, the glares and it was like, she shouldn't be here. And I was like, no, I know I shouldn't, but I need to see for myself. So I did. Yeah.
You should come to my church one day.
Your church.
My pastor is friends with Avi, which is a coincidence. And
he's friends with a lot of people, isn't he?
And he knows Blair is. My pastor's with it.
I've never actually had the pleasure of meeting Blair.
You're not missing much, and I'm just kidding.
Well, I say pleasure because, but yeah, from what I've seen of him from a social media point,
he's charismatic.
I take that off to the man for standing up and putting himself in situations, especially an interview I watched that he had on TV, and they try to slaughter him, and for him to stand there and to sit there and to still keep his composure and still say, because he was getting railroaded a bit. I took me hat off to him, and anyone that does anything like this, of course, with what I've gone through with Ashlee, I can only respect them and say, thank you and keep going, don't stop.
He's very real. He's kind. And the media hates him.
Well, that probably tells me he's probably a decent bloke.
He is.
Yeah.
Well, go.
The media doesn't like it when you've got something to say that doesn't go with the flow at the moment, do they? So I'm not surprised to hear that the mainstream media doesn't think much of him.
Because he's a white, straight male. They're the enemy.
What do we do? What do those white people do? Can someone tell me?
You about slavery. You did something about Aboriginals.
Yeah. Oh, look, we could go on forever and ever, but at the end of the day, it's us here now. Is what I'm interested in.
So let's focus on the now.
I just thought I'd throw that question to you. But yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go.
Okay.
Next time I have you on.
That you will.
I'm sure it will happen again. It might happen in Bendigo.
That could be interesting. Yeah.
It could be. Oh, which one will last? Oh my God!
I'm up for anything, Dale. If you want to do that, just let me know. Anything that furthers my cause and the movement, I'm all for 110%. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully my life will work.
Yes. Hopefully I'll be more set up. I just want to quickly say to the Australian Protectionist Party, thank you for your comment.
Where is it? Let me go back.
Thank you, Siobhann. You're a very brave and inspiring person. Thank you for that. It means a lot to me when I read that because, sometimes you can get bogged down with all the negative things, and your confidence sort of starts to take a little bit of hit and you think, but then you read things like this and you get it renewed like, yes, thank you. I am doing the right thing. So
you have a lot of love. Supporters.
Yeah, no, much appreciated. Thank you to everybody. Yep, amen to that. Definitely. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the broadcast. Next week, my guest is Gary Hume. I think a lot of you guys already know who that is. You know who he is, don't you?
I don't. No.
You don't? He was there with the Bendigo thing that we were at together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no doubt as soon as I watch it when he's come on next time, I go, I know him. I've met so many people. So yeah, I feel a bit weird. Sorry, Gary. I have to apologise there. But yeah. So no, thank you again to everybody for all the good positive comments. Thank you. And yes, we do need to stick together. And we need to get out there more, away from our screens, and get out there in bodies and people power.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Remember to get the story out there if you can. All the links for Ashlee Brown on Ashlees Law is in the description box below. They're all Facebook, unfortunately, but I'm sure eventually we'll move on to other platforms.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dia.
Bye. Thank you. Sorry.
See you again.
Bye. In the broadcast.